Hey cosmic people, and welcome back to the channel. So I got asked, Christina, since you used to be Christina the West Coast Witch, does that mean you're a witch? And so I want to talk about it in today's video. I want to get a little witchy. I feel that fall spirit upon us. You could feel the seasons beginning to change. And what better way to usher in the fall season like talking about witches? So if you like what we're going to talk about in today's video, go ahead and like the video. Hit that subscribe button so that you can come back and find videos just like this one. And let's jump straight into the video, shall we? So as I just mentioned, I used to be Christina the West Coast Witch. That means I used to offer root work, readings, spiritual consultations to the public. And it was global, y'all. I had clients all over the world, thanks to YouTube. So that would mean that I practice witchcraft, spellcrafting, conjure. And so by definition, I would be looked at as a witch. And so the answer to that question would be yes, I'm definitely a witch. If you consider a conjure woman, a spellcaster, a high priestess, if you would consider somebody like that a witch, then you would for sure consider me a witch. But the thing about me versus Christina the West Coast Witch is I'm much more powerful. I'm much more embodied in my magic. I need far less as far as tools are concerned. And although that I answered yes to being a witch, it is because I'm not afraid for somebody to know that I practice witchcraft. I would personally prefer to be called a goddess, okay? If you can't see what that says, it says goddess. And I would prefer go by goddess. You could call me a Creole conjure woman. You could call me a conjure woman. You could call me a conjure person. But goddess works for me. So I was a goddess then, but even more so now. What happened from then till now is that I was doing magic, and now I am magic. That right there is goddess magic. A Creole conjure woman, because my ancestry roots back to Creole traditions, because I fuse my magics together. So my magic background is like a blend, kind of like me. Not to get off topic, not to talk about race, but I'm multiracial. Half black, half white, predominantly West African, Nigerian. There's some Southern and Western Bantu people in there. Some Senegal, some Mali, some Cameroon, Benin and Togo, Nigeria. Mainly, Nigerian makes up the biggest part of my bloodline. And then I'm part European, Welsh and Danish. There's a little bit of Spain in there. My African side comes from Southern California, Compton, California, and then Louisiana straight after that. So my culture, my tradition, roots back to Creole, because throughout my life I adopted that culture unknowingly, but by nature, Creole culture was definitely my biggest influence. So for me as a witch now, it's not about tools, candles, crystals, tarot cards, although I love a good reading. It's more so about the relationship that you have with energy, the universe, spirit, your ancestors, self, your higher self. So I shifted from spell casting to cosmic alignment within my magic. People may think that if you're not offering spells or selling spells or doing root work for others that you stopped. And I want to correct that. I never stopped. I transformed. The craft, it grew within me. I don't do it in the same way. I like to think of it as I do it in a higher way. So am I a witch? Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I'm more than that. I don't just do spells. I am the spell. I don't just do magic. I am the magic. I'm a goddess. And since you're here watching, you're probably a goddess too. So yes, I elevated. Yes, a lot of things changed. Yes, I became something much greater. It's because I expanded, I elevated, I evolved. I became something greater. I'm going to continuously remind you all that the universe loves when we rise in our power. So continue to rise, ride this wave. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the channel. If you're interested in a cosmic consultation or a illumination reading, the information is going to be listed in the description box below. See you in the future.